feeling like a shark in a shrimp tank. Big fish, small pond in the shrimp tank.
Hey everybody, welcome to the post-show wrap-up of the Shrimp Tank. I'm your co-host Ted Jenkins, sitting here with my co-host Lee Heisman today. And of course, our guest Michael Kohler, who's the CEO and co-founder of SEDA Hair Removal, the laser hair removal. We had an amazing interview today. You have to go to the post-show wrap-up. Go to the shrimptankpodcast.com. Listen to his entire segment. If you've ever thought about opening up like a retail store in the midst of a coronavirus, this is the guy's story that you should hear. It's truly amazing. As always, download us at Apple Podcasts, Google Play, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, SoundCloud, or anywhere around the internet.
Yeah, Michael, what's amazing is you opened this up in January, just a few weeks prior to the pandemic, and you're
Correct.
thriving. And most importantly, what I want you to talk about is tell our listeners about the specialty of SEDA Spa, because you don't try to grab everybody in the market. You guys are specialists. You stay in your lane and do your job extraordinarily.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So unlike the majority of our competitors that do laser hair removal and offer several other services or many other services, we just choose to focus on laser hair removal, and that's it. We just want to do one thing, do it right, and do it well, and provide an excellent service at a reasonable price. So yeah, we're a one-trick pony for right now.
Well, we talked on the program, Michael, that, and sales has always been this way. It's really an activity business. If you have lots of appointments, even if you do so-so on the appointments, you're still going to do okay. And you've managed to get this business basically from pre-COVID, where you started it, to 500 appointments a month. I'd love you to be able to tell the folks a little bit about how you marketed and how you're marketing in the midst of the coronavirus to get all these new clients.
Yeah, so Groupon has been a key. It's been the major reason why we've been so successful so far. Where it's inexpensive and initially up front it's not a lot of money for us, but we want to convert the customer into another package. But Groupon has been critical for us. We see about 500 people a month, and we convert about 10% of those into a package. And when Lee asked earlier about us having repeat customers, I guess the correct answer is even right out of the gate, people will start buying additional packages, because typically you see results right after your second or third
You get
treatment.
one area done, let's say it's your underarms.
That's
then you
exactly
wanna
right.
do the mustache or something.
And it's an
else with that.
addictive. Yeah, it's addictive, and people get addicted to it, believe it or not. And
They talk about this, Ted. What's always around death and taxes? Now that I'm thinking about it, death, taxes, and the regrowth of your hair.
That's
in spots you probably don't want. In
That's
spots
right.
you probably don't want. So it's something that struck me. But Michael, for the listeners out there that are either opening a business, in the middle of a business, or considering it during a pandemic, you've had your finger on the pulse in terms of how this pandemic has played out in your business. What's been a trend that you've seen from the beginning of the year until the end of the year?
Right. So after the COVID hit right around March 11th, we obviously saw a drop off in our sales. And then when Georgia reopened on May 1st, people were still apprehensive. They slowly were dipping their toe back into the water. They were, obviously afraid to come in, but the trend that went to the wayside pretty quickly. And now the floodgates have opened, and people we're pretty COVID. We are COVID aware, so people who feel very safe coming into our operation, to our office, and it started out a little light, but now it's like I said, the floodgates have opened, and doesn't seem to be any concern. But they feel safe when they come into our office, what I think is probably the most important thing.
That's wonderful. So I know that I have a family member coming to see you.
You
right?
do,
And
yeah.
I do have a family member coming to see Michael.
Nice.
How do people, if they want to see you, how do they find you? How do they get in touch with you?
So they can go to sedaspa.com, or they can call us at 404-594-5258, and we can set up an initial consultation. The initial consultation will take no longer than 30 minutes. You'll be in and out, and that's it. Pretty painless and quick.
Now, you said it was 90% women and 10% men. What's the number one treatment that women get overall? What part of their body?
Brazilian. I would say Brazilian.
This
and
is Brazilian front side or back side, as I learned today on the show?
the front side Brazilian. I would say that
yes.
that's probably equaled by face. So your chin, your upper lip, sideburns. A lot of women suffer from hair on their face and on their neck. So I would say it's pretty evenly split down the middle. A lot of women doing their legs. So they're all pretty evenly split, but a lot of women doing the full Brazilian.
Well, folks, when you think about your business in here, it reminded me of the concept listening to the show today that you've got to hire slow and you have to fire fast if you want to be successful as an entrepreneur. And when it comes to laser hair removal, think about this. That one employee that you basically fire slow, it's like that one hair that needs to be removed in your business, because if you don't remove it, it can affect your business, your culture, and ultimately affect your reputation. So when that nagging hair is there, point the laser on it, shoot it, get rid of it, or your business might go downhill. Thanks so much for coming on the show
Thank
today,
you.
Michael. And that's your post-show wrap-up of the Shrimp Tank.
I've been feeling like a shark in a shrimp tank. Big fish, small pond in the shrimp